So I was seeing this guy for like 2 months. In the middle of conversation, he just randomly goes, by the way, I want you to know, I want this to be a lifelong thing. Like, I want you in my life for as long as humanly possible. And I was like, oh, no, yeah, for sure. Me too. So 8 months later, I go, you want to be boyfriend, girlfriend? And he goes, nah. And I was like, oh, but you just said, but I could have sworn you just, no, take backsies. But that's not fair.
Okay, what is up guys? So I'm filming a commentary video. I'm going to be having a little discussion about why Gen Z and even millennials aren't really dating in today's society, and how the dating scene is pretty trashy on all sides, like even both men and women's sides. So we're going to be talking about that. I tried filming this a week ago. I did not like it. I don't know why I was nervous talking about it when I've had these notes on my phone for weeks, and I'm just like, why am I overthinking this? You know, it's crazy because I had the notes in my phone for weeks, and then Amir Odom posted a video about it, and now it looks like I'm copying him when I've had it in my phone for a really long time. I just was overthinking it for some reason. So if you're new, subscribe, like this video, comment, check out my other videos if you haven't already. Make sure you check out my socials. Everything's linked down below. Pretty Open-Minded on Spotify and on YouTube. That is my podcast. I'm always promoting it. Listen to my episodes. I'm posting pretty frequently on there, so make sure you check it out. Give it a like, give it a follow, a comment, turn your notifications. Another thing I wanted to bring up that's very important and heavy on my heart. So today I found out on TikTok, which I did do some research on this. This is very off topic. This has nothing to do with dating, but I feel like this is important to bring up. I found out that there is a guinea pig lab in the University of Michigan. So what they're doing with these guinea pigs, which if you don't know, I have five guinea pigs now. 5 guinea pigs I'm always talking about, always posting about, so this is very important. I am not for any types of animal testing. I've always been the type of person that likes to use cruelty-free things, being used in horrible experiments to study tinnitus by inflicting damage to their sensitive ears by bombarding them with excessive noise. And then after their brains are opened to insert electrodes in the cochlear nucleus and put through the experimental session. So they're intentionally putting them, and this is a picture that, you know, this is unfortunate, but this is the realities. This is what's happening at the University of Michigan right now. Choose to email them to get it shut down, or even just put a bug in someone's ear. I will leave the email on the screen so you can reach out. I have already reached out. I don't think it's fair. And if you do a lot of research, you know that guinea pigs are very sensitive animals in all aspects, especially when it comes to noises. They can't deal with a lot of noises, and they're very susceptible, very prone to stress. And when they're under a lot of stress, it's not a fun time when it comes to, especially if they're alone. They are not good at stress. And if they're under like an environment like that is constant testing, will probably be so stressed out that they will end up passing away. The unfortunate part is that this has probably been going on for a while, but I just found out today, and I was like, let me use my voice for good. I do have a little tiny following, so let me use that for good here. I don't know if it will reach the right audience. I don't know if people will care, but I know that there will be probably someone that will care. A little stubborn, just like his mother. So this is my biggest chonker right here. So think about this, think about them, think about this, because they don't have a voice, so we have to be their voice. Right, Rico? Right. This could have been their friend. Deserve a loving home, a safe environment, and they do not deserve to be under a lot of stress like that for me to talk about, because when I saw it this morning, I was like, I have to do something. I just want you guys to know that we have to be their voice, especially for the people and the animals that don't have a voice. We have to be their voice, right? See, I'm almost two. How exciting! Does he look like a 2-year-old? Does he look like a 2-year-old to you? Because he is huge. Back to the regular scheduled program. Basically, we're gonna be talking about modern dating, and even if social media has to do with it. I feel like social media has a huge play in what and why dating is so crappy nowadays. So we're going to be talking about that too. People often blame that it's social media. People often blame that it's too many options. There's a lot of things to like factor into this when it comes to dating nowadays. So if you're someone like me that's tried all the dating apps, every little thing, Hinge, Tinder, what's the other ones, Plenty of Fish, to be fair, like for a while I was like on there to just grow my following on Instagram, but then I was like, it's not really going anywhere. But I was using it for like networking sometimes, just to grow like my Instagram and stuff. But I was also like kind of like trying to like meet some people, and I have gone on dates and stuff. But I will tell you, like, since being single in almost 2 years, you know what I mean? This is very crazy to think. I've been single for almost 2 years. In November or December it will be 2 years. So that's very far on from now. I feel like the dating game has changed a lot in the last 2 years. Since 2022, I'll say that it's been a lot different, because I got into a relationship. What was it? Was it 2022? I honestly don't remember anymore, okay? I just know that in 2022, I had a fun time. I loved that era. It was very chill. I had dates lined up every week, okay? I really liked that. Like, you know, I was hanging out with what's-his-face. I would go to his apartment, like every Tuesday. And I would go to this other dude, hang out with him in his car, talk about our lives, our childhoods, all that stuff. I ended up dating him for a year. Talk about that? No. But to bring up in this conversation, but honestly, I really like that era of me. I was like going on dates with different people. It wasn't even just them, but prior to meeting them, I was like hanging out with like different types of people, and it was actually quite fun. Like, even if it doesn't work out, like, I like doing it for the experience. It wasn't even really for, oh my god, this won't work out. Like, all of them were pretty shitty. The majority of them were pretty shitty. So I was like, oh, like, you know, at least I got out. Because sometimes I get too scared to leave the house. But that year, me at 22, I was just like, yes to everyone. Normally I'm like, no, ew, no. Ew, no. But for some reason I was feeling bold, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go out just to go out. I had a fun time, I'll say, but I don't talk to any of those people. I only talked to one of them like last month. But anyways, it was really odd. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little odd. I had a fun time. After, you know, getting out of the getting back into the dating scene, there has been a lot of change, okay? I feel like there's been a surge of like flaky people, and I know that there's already been like that a thing, but I feel like people are a lot more scared to like hang out with people. I don't know if it's, I feel like it has to do with like people they probably dealt with prior. They're probably like, oh, I don't want to get too attached, or I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to deal with that, you know what I mean? So there's like a lot of like miscommunication or something on both ends. Like, I don't feel like people really want to like hang out anymore unless it's like a hookup. Like, I don't really feel like there's a lot of people that actually take dating seriously. Knowing me, I'm a huge lover girl. I've always been like, I know that I like someone when I start like catering to them, cooking for them. On my dating app, I've always been super honest about what I want. I've never like lied about what I wanted. People do tend to lie, and I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but people do tend to lie on dating apps, and they'll be like saying that they want a relationship, but they just want someone to hook up with. They want a placeholder. A lot of people seem to just want the like everything that comes with the relationship, but not the actual commitment that comes with it.
I like you.
I like you too.
How much? This much?
Oh.
Why?
I like you this much.
There's an imbalance.
What do you see when you see me?
A relationship?
Oh.
What do you see?
Fun dates?
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
Are you?
Not really, but I'll pretend.
But you're gonna develop feelings that aren't substantiated by anything tangible.
I'll just keep hoping you'll change your mind.
Fully knowing that I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's delusional.
Yes.
You're gonna get hurt.
I'm aware.
Why would you put yourself through that?
Well, I'd rather have some of you than none.
I feel like I should end this before it gets to that point.
Why?
Well, the longer we see each other, the harder the blow will be on you.
So end it.
I won't.
Why?
Because I'm getting everything I want at your expense. You end it.
I won't.
Why?
Because I like the self-respect to walk away.
What's another situationship?
Maybe we should look for people that actually want the same thing we do.
We probably should, but...
I see a lot of videos on TikTok of people just so tired of people and how they treat them. And it gets really sad because it's just like, this is not how it's supposed to be. And I feel like the internet has a lot to do with it sometimes, because like everyone wants to be an influencer, everyone wants to be the next Tana Mojo, and everyone wants to tell all the stories and all that stuff. But it's just like, people do get kind of scared of like, oh, what if they make a video about me? And you have to kind of think about it, like, you know what I mean? I also feel like there's so many like misinformation being spread about dating on TikTok. And it's actually very annoying. They're like slow, like I don't like dating advice videos mostly, because a lot of them are either like bullshit, or they try to just make it seem like it's a very materialistic thing. And then they try to make it seem like, well, men think that like all women are materialistic, because, you know, people like Shara Seven, there's a lot of those right now. And like every time I see a Shara Seven video, I never really liked her content, because it always gave off like, I'm just here for the money, I'm just gonna date and fuck with a dude because they have money. And it's just giving like, I only care about materialistic things. And she never talks about like what she brings to the table. And so she's basically like not grooming, but just kind of influencing a whole new group of women my age, being like, you should move like this. Like, you have a choice if you want to move like that. Me personally, I'm not like that. I learned probably in my last relationship that I don't really even like gifts as much as a love languages much anymore, like I used to. And I feel like whenever you learn about your love languages, it has to kind of have to do with like what you were lacking, or what you were tended to as a child. The reason why I liked gifts a lot of my life as a love language was because like my dad would give it to me, so I can just forget the fact that he wasn't paying attention to me, wasn't spending time with me. So it was kind of like a shut up thing, like I'll give you this instead of spending time with you. And what I needed was attention and stuff like that. But like he used that as a way to kind of replace affection, I don't know. So I carry that into relationships, and I realized in my last relationship, like, dang, I don't really think I care for gifts like that as much as I used to. And I was like 22, 23 when I was with him. It seems so long ago, but it's not. It's really not. Like, it seems like it is, and it's not. And like, I personally really liked, and I don't think it was even just him, it was just like probably this one dude I was hanging out with on base. He was really affectionate towards me, and I think even at a point I did like him at some point, but he was very toxic. I'm glad it didn't work out. It's just weird, because like when he told me he didn't like, he's like, I wasn't your soulmate right now, he was with someone else like right after he told me that. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know, I dodged a major bullet, like, you know what I mean? But like, I liked that he gave me a lot of affection. He was very touchy, like, and I wasn't a very touchy person at that point. I would go to his room on base on the barracks, just hang out in his room for hours. And honestly, it was probably one of my down bad moments, because like he wasn't wanting anything serious. Mom would be like, why are you going up to what's his face's house again? I should have left him. Like, 24-year-old me would not be standing for that now, but 22-year-old me, I was still dealing with daddy issues, still trying to get in the groove of dating. He would make me watch him game, and then I would listen to him talk about me to his friends back at home in California, because we both were from California, but he was from a different part. but like we had some similarities. Like that's what also drew me to him, because he was also Trinidadian. So I was like, oh, Trinidadian too. Oh, you can't see it, it's right there, it's right there. I'm Trinidadian too. And he had like an accent, low-key. And so it was just like, I liked his little accent too. He was the first Trinidadian person I've ever met, so I was like, this is so cool. Like I don't really see them, and plus he was from California too. I was so excited. Like the bare minimum, bro, the bare minimum. People don't even know what the fuck I am the majority of the time. So I also feel like when it comes to dating, like seeing stuff on social media with dating, I feel like it gives you a lot of like illusions that like the grass is always greener on the other side. And also they always make it seem like you always have options too. And yes, it's good to have options, but I feel like maybe the problem is having too many options. With me, I get kind of overwhelmed with the thought of too many options. But honestly, like my mom told me like options was good, because at least you know, like you don't just settle for one person, and it's good to just like know what you like in dating. Like when you stick to like one like, because you get shitted on if you are loyal in the talking stage, which I think I used to be that way. So whenever I see a post that's like, oh, I'm loyal in the talking stage, and it's like a 7-month talking stage. With my last relationship, I think our talking stage lasted for 4 months, and that was because of me. And the reason why was because I was kind of like really iffy about him. I thought he was very annoying. Like there's a whole story about it. It sounds cute. Like I thought he was very like, I just thought he was annoying, you know. I thought he was very cute, very attractive, but I thought he was so annoying. And that I hurt his feelings. He left me a really long email that I still have in my email, and that I hurt his feelings because I blocked him, and I unblocked him because I felt kind of bad. What was I getting with this? Oh yeah, the loyal and the talking stage. I don't do that anymore. There's no point. Like people will literally, like there's so many things to put into factor. Like people will act like they like you for real, but they just don't. They just want to like wear you down just to sleep with you. They'll be like, oh, I'm ready for commitment. They won't. They're dead ass like lying in your face. Like they will literally play in your face all the time just to get to sleep with them. Like that is literally the dating pool right now. That is literally the dating pool right now. Everyone is just wanting to get their rocks off. And if you're dating in your 20s, it's like so bad. Communication, like a lot of people lack it. And then like there's a lot of miscommunication. The ghosting thing, like people are getting really crazy with that too. And even I ghost. People can't handle rejection a lot, and that's like another thing. Like that's something that you have to be very wary about too. People like have too much access when it comes to social media, and people can make a bajillion accounts just to like harass you and shit, and it just becomes really like annoying. I feel like dating is not as fun as it used to be, is what I'll say. I feel like it's just become so like there's like this dark energy when it comes to it. It doesn't seem fun. You can just kind of feel when you're not going to see that person again. Even if it does go well, it's kind of like weird, because like people are just way too comfortable just not telling people the truth. Like if they don't feeling them, and I know, and I've already said like I'm already like really bad at this, and I've already told a few people that I'm not really interested. Like but sometimes people make it too easy to ghost them. Maybe the issue that people are running into is that they have too high standards. Like I know a lot of women that are choosing to be single right now are choosing to be single because they have standards. And you know, I see a lot of posts on TikTok where people are like, I'm jealous of people that get into relationships because why isn't it like that for me? And I feel like it's always been kind of hard for me to like get into relationships. I wasn't the type of person that was always in relationships. Honestly, like I don't have a lot of dating experience. Like people get really shocked to hear that I don't have a lot of dating experience, but I really don't. Like I don't really count the ones from high school because it wasn't really like something to really carry on to my adult life. It was a 6-month relationship, I think. He's not claiming me as one of his exes because I don't really like care about that stuff. but I don't like, when I think about my adult life, honestly, I truthfully had one serious relationship. Like, I don't even want to count the super extremely toxic ones, but it's just like, I don't really have a lot of dating experience. And then when you look at the comments of that girl that made that video, it's basically saying that people tend to settle when they get into those situations. And it's like, oh, my boyfriend drains the life out of me. It's honestly quite sad, because I'm over here thinking that a lot of people are in happy relationships, but they're actually like drained and shit and unhappy. And it's just like, I feel bamboozled. Like, I want to think that people are in happy relationships, but like people aren't a lot of the times. And I feel like I was one of the people I used to settle and try to just like hurry up and get in a relationship because I wanted to. Like, in high school, I don't even think I really liked said dude, the one I was just mentioning, because I just wanted to know what it felt like to be in a relationship. Because when you watch a lot of like shows on relating, like surrounding teenagers, they always surround around sex and relationships and drugs, and it feels like you have to do those things to feel like you're an actual human being. Like, it's societal pressures. And you know, like, they do that with women when it comes to like, they hit a certain age and they're like, oh, you don't have kids yet. They're kind of starting to do that to me. Like, my family is starting to do that to me. They're trying to look at me like, why isn't Kimana having kids? Why aren't I having kids? I don't know, because the dating pool is shitty. I don't know. No one wants to settle. I'm also 24. I'm 24. I mean, I almost got pregnant 2 years ago in my last relationship, but honestly, like, I do get kind of sad about it, because I'm like, oh my god, I could have been a mom. Like, I mourn it sometimes, and sometimes I do get to a point where, like, do I even want kids? I kind of just want the husband, the pets, and a house, and that's about it. Sometimes I want that's it, because like, the thought of having kids and having to be responsible for another living being is just kind of scary. Like, it's kind of scary to think about. Like, you're responsible. And so, like, there's a lot of societal pressures, and I still feel like I kind of feel it, because I see people in their 20s dating and getting married. Like, people in my age group are getting married and having kids, and I still kind of feel that envy like I did when I was in high school. And it's not like, oh my god, like, it sometimes bothers me, because I'm just like, why is it so easy for other people and not me? Like, why?
If you have a good heart, please stay single, because this generation has normalized a lot of weird ass shit. And when I say weird ass shit, it's just, it's beyond me. Moral of the story, stay single, because people do not appreciate you, people do not love you, people do not like you. People love and like you for what you can do for them, how you make them feel, how you come through for them. And it's just like, love does not exist. The way that I love does not exist. And I really feel like, I don't think I will ever date again. I don't think I will ever take anybody serious again, just for the simple fact I know how I am, and energy does not be reciprocated. Please stay safe. Protect your heart.
People are getting to a point, getting burnt out. I'm hearing it from like the men's perspective, like they're tired of getting rejected on the street, because there's been a lot of videos I've been seeing, like, why doesn't men approach women anymore? Why is that? And it's something that I have thought about before, because I've been approached on the street a couple of times, but I reject all of them, because like, men don't really approach women anymore because they probably are burnt out and probably are like tired of things going nowhere. If they really are wanting to like go somewhere with someone, they're probably like tired of it going nowhere. You know, they're spending a lot of money on these dates that go nowhere, and you're not gonna like everyone that you date. You're not gonna like everyone that you go on a date with, and that's the thing that people need to get out of their heads. Like, you don't really have to even spend a lot of money. I feel like there's a high expectation that you have to spend a lot of money on dates. I think it's kind of crazy because even myself, I don't really like expect a lot of money like that. Like, you know, as long as you like plan accordingly and stuff like that and actually know where you want to go. Because I feel like it was me always kind of making up things to eat at. But I think for the last few years, the reason why is because I didn't eat meat, and it was very hard for people to be like, oh, like, well, I don't know where you want to eat at. So I would kind of have to like take control of it and be like, well, I will eat here, you know. It's fine by me. But it gets kind of like, well, I like someone that will take the lead. They're missing out. Like, I think there's even a video that I saw that there was a dude that said that, like, since dudes are being the way that they are now, like, they're missing out on a lot of like women that actually want something with you, that are actually like have potential and have something to bring to the table, because they're scared. And it is a scary world out there, but you have to do things scared. I'm gonna end it here. I actually had fun doing it. I don't know why I was overthinking this whole thing, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My leg is falling asleep. And yeah, I will see you guys next week with another video. Make sure you guys check out my other videos, my lip video, my Medicube video. All of that stuff are gonna be in a playlist called commentary. Also, there'll probably be some cards throughout the video. Make sure you check on those, give them some love. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with another video. And if you have any video requests, let me know, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. There's no real tea going on TikTok, and it's kind of hard to figure out what to make because nothing's going on. So there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye.